Okay, just like in this entire unit, this practice should have already been done, so I'm going to go pretty quickly through it, but you should be checking your own just to make sure you have the correct answers with plenty of work shown so that I know that you already figured all of these out. These are still spheres, and so if you have forgotten, the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. And again, I usually solve the cubing first because that is order of operations, and then I multiply by the other two. So depending on which order you did it, your answers could be wrong. If you took 4/3 times pi and then times whatever your radius is and then cubed it, you would have the wrong answer. So you need to go in the order of operations always. So our radius is 1. So I'm going to type in my calculator 1 cubed times 4/3 times pi. 1 cubed is just 1 because 1 times 1 times 1 is just 1. But for sake of putting it in my calculator, I will do this so that you can see all the math behind it. 1 to the 3rd power times 4/3 times pi is 4 point, that's going to be 2. The 8 is going to bump the 1 up to a 2. So about 4.2 cubic inches. All right, for number 2, it gave us the entire diameter, and you don't use a diameter in the formula. You only use our radius, which is half. So half of 20 is 10. So we are going to use 10 cubed times 4/3 times pi. So 10 cubed times 4/3 times pi is 4,188.8. That 9 should have bumped your 7 up to an 8. So your final answer on this one that you should have gotten was 4,188.8 cubic centimeters. All right, the next one is a word problem. It was about turtle eggs. So the green turtle lays eggs that are approximately spherical with an average diameter of 4.5. I hope you remember that the diameter is all the way across, and that's not what we want. We want the radius. So we're going to have to take 4.5 and divide by 2 first, which is 2.25. 2.25, okay? And then it says each turtle lays an average of 113 eggs at a time. Find the total volume, of all of these eggs. So if you just found the volume of 1 egg, it's not going to be right. We're going to need 113 of them. So our formula is 2.25 cubed times 4/3 times pi, and that's going to give us 1 turtle egg. And then we're going to have to multiply that by 113. So I'm going to do 2.25 to the 3rd power. I'm going to go ahead and push equals times 4/3 for ABC3 times pi button. 47.7. That's going to stay 7. The 1's not going to bump it up. So 47.7 centimeters, cubic centimeters, is 1 turtle egg. But since we're talking about 113 of them, we want to take this and multiply by, 113, not 13. So I'm going to take this answer that's still on my calculator and multiply by 113, and that is 5,391.6, because the 6 is going to bump this 5 up to a 6. So 5,391.6 total volume of all the turtle eggs. All right, and then the last question says fossilized spherical eggs of dinosaurs called titanosaurs. I have no idea. Were found in Patagonia. These eggs were 15 centimeters in diameter. So 15 in diameter. That's all the way across. Not what we want. Find the volume of an egg. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. So here we go. We only need to find one of these, but we don't want the diameter. We want the radius. So we're going to take 15 and first divide it by 2 to find our radius, which is 7.5. Okay, once we know that, we're going to take 7.5 and cube it times our 4/3 times our pi to get our volume. So 7.5 to the 3rd power is whatever that is, times 4 ABC3, 4/3, times pi button, equals 1,767.1. It's going to stay 1. The 4 is not going to bump it up. And you don't look at any of the others. A lot of people get confused. You don't look at any of the others. You only look at the 4 to see what it does to the 1. All right, so our answer here is 1,767.1 cubic centimeters.